Here is what makes someone impossible to manipulate, impossible to pressure, and impossible to stop. They do not need the outcome. Not because they do not care, because they have trained themselves to want without needing, to pursue without depending, to engage fully while remaining completely free to walk away. That is detachment, and it is the most misunderstood power tool in dark psychology. 3 reasons it makes you unstoppable, starting now. The psychology of detachment as power. Most people confuse detachment with not caring. That is not what this is. Detachment is the psychological state of full engagement without dependency. You are completely present in the conversation, in the negotiation, in the relationship, but your internal stability does not depend on the outcome going your way. This distinction is everything, because every manipulation tactic that exists works by finding something you need and threatening it. Your need for approval, your need for the deal, your need for the relationship to continue, your need to be liked, respected, or chosen. Dr. Robert Sapolsky's research on stress and decision-making shows that the moment a person perceives they might lose something they need, their prefrontal cortex, the rational decision-making center, begins to shut down. They stop thinking clearly. They start reacting emotionally. And emotional reactors are the easiest people to control. Remove the need, and you remove the lever. All 3 reasons below are expressions of this one principle. Reason 1. You cannot be manipulated. Every manipulation tactic requires an attachment point. Fear of loss only works if you need what might be taken. Guilt only lands if you need the relationship to stay intact. Pressure only works if you need the outcome. Social exclusion only hurts if you need the group's approval. Detachment removes the attachment points. Not all of them. You are still human. But the deliberate practice of wanting without needing means that when someone reaches for the lever, they find it loose. Not disconnected, just loose enough that pulling it does not move you the way they expected. Ibn Qayyim wrote about the concept of zud, not the absence of desire, but the freedom from being controlled by desire. The person who practices zud does not stop wanting good things. They stop letting the want make decisions for them. That freedom is the first layer of your protection. Nobody can manipulate what you do not desperately need. Reason 2. You become the prize. This is the one that surprises people most. When you genuinely do not need something, the thing you do not need begins to want you. This is not a trick. It is straightforward social psychology. People and opportunities move toward those who do not chase them, because chasing signals low value, and not chasing signals that you have alternatives, that you are chosen elsewhere, that you are worth pursuing. The person in a negotiation who can walk away always gets the better deal, not because they are smarter, but because their detachment from the outcome signals that they have other options. The person in a relationship who maintains their own life, their own interests, and their own direction is always more attractive than the one who reorganizes everything around the relationship. Detachment is not playing hard to get. It is actually having somewhere else to be. And the difference between those 2 things is felt immediately by everyone around you. Reason 3. Your decisions become lethal. This is the most practically powerful reason of all. When you need a specific outcome, your decision-making is compromised before it begins. You are not choosing the best path. You are choosing the path that protects what you need. Fear of loss distorts every calculation. When you are detached from the outcome, you can see every option clearly. You can choose the objectively best move without flinching from the ones that require sacrifice. You can walk away from a bad deal even when it costs you. You can hold a position under pressure without breaking. You can make the decision that serves the long term even when the short term is painful. Marcus Aurelius practiced this as a daily discipline. He called it the reserve clause, pursuing every goal with the mental addendum, if nothing prevents it. Not passivity. Full engagement with full readiness to release. The chess player who can sacrifice any piece wins. The one who cannot sacrifice their favorite piece loses it anyway, at the worst moment, to the worst opponent. If you are still watching, you already understand that the things currently controlling you are not people. They are your attachments to outcomes those people hold. Remove the attachment, and you remove their power. Not them, not the relationship, just the dependency that turned a preference into a chain. Subscribe. Because next week we give you the next weapon.